All right, so this is a tip or a trick that you can use for any type of question. It's multiple choice that is asking you to simplify something or multiply something, or if something is equal to something. All right, it's got plenty of uses. So we have this expression 3x squared minus 4x, all of that to the third power. Now they expect us to multiply 3x squared minus 4x times itself 3 times, which is going to take a while. It's doable, but what we're going to do is we're going to use the store button and a little common sense to figure this problem out. So what I always do is I almost always plug in 2 for x. You could plug in 3 if you wanted, or 4. It's just the answers get bigger and bigger. Don't use 1 though, because 1 will backfire on you more times than not. All right, so we're going to do store 2 for x. So you press 2, and then the store button, and then x. All right. And now we're just going to see what this expression gives us. So type it in. 3x squared minus 4x. Okay, it gave, my bad. I'm supposed to do that to the third power, aren't I? All right, to the third power. There we go. All right, so it equals 64. Let's save that for a moment. Need to remember that. 64. All right, so 64. This is the original, and this is the one you have to remember, okay? It's paramount. You got to remember that one. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing for this. So your calculator believes that x is equal to 2. So if this is actually equivalent to one of these, then when you type in, when you plug in 2 for x down here, you should also get 64. Now, I know the answer is not A, so let's try B or C. We'll go with B here. So we're going to do 27x to the 6th, all right, plus 112 x to the 5th minus 288 x to the 4th minus 64 x. Oh, I did not get my minus sign, did I? All right, get my minus sign in there. All right, minus 64x to the 3rd. And that equals 192. So that didn't do it. All right, so this is not equal to 64. So I know that B is the wrong answer. All right, bad B. All right, let's try option C now. Let's see, option C, we've got 27x to the 6th minus 1, oh, I keep missing my minus button, minus 108 x to the 5th plus 144 x to the 4th minus 64 x to the 3rd. And we got 64. All right. So because this gave us 64 as well as the original, that means that C has to be the answer. So what we did was we plugged in 2 for x, or just some number for x up here. Sometimes you can't use 2. Sometimes if you use 2, you might get the same answer on 2 options. So you have to plug in 3 or some other number. So we plugged in 2 for x up here, and it gave us 64 for the original. So that means when we plug in 2 for x on the correct expression that's equal to it, we should also get 64. All right, let's try one more example here. Let me get rid of this stuff. All right. Yeah, let's try this one. All right. So we've already got 2 stored in for x right now. Press X and see what it equals if you want to. But yeah, 2 is stored in for x. Yeah, by the way, what if you have to do an x and a y? Well, if you want to do an x and a y, you could do 3 store for y right here. You just have to hit alpha and that one right there. And that'll do y for you if you need to. All right, So we're going to see what it is on the original. We'll do alpha y equals, and that brings up this menu. All right, n over d, that's how you make your fractions. All right, that was alpha y equals 6x minus 3 over 18x. All right, and if it was division, you could use a division symbol, but this one's multiplication. And then we'll do alpha y equals again. All right. Now we've got x on top and 2 parentheses 2x minus 1. And we'll see what that gives us. 1 over 12. All right, so what I like about this method is, in this case, it actually gave us the right answer right away, 1 over 12. But you can plug in 2 for x in your head and kind of figure out what these are. So like for option A right here, oh man, I got all this stuff. For option A, if you plug in 2 for x, you would get 4 over 3. For option C, you would get 2 over 12, which is equal to 1 over 6. And for B, you would have gotten 2 over 6, which is 1, 2 over 3. 2 over 6, which is equal to 1 over 3. But D came out to be exactly what we were looking for, 1 over 12.